bass drops deep, the beat bounces high. Afro beat meets house reggae too. Deep bass pumps making my heart sing glue. I'm spinning round under the neon lights, dancing wild through the night. Feel the groove, let go and shout. In this ride, we're never about. I'm Carney's ride, feeling the rhythm. Bass drops deep, the beat bounces high. Together we dance in this electrifying ride. Afrobeat, house, reggae, deep bass aside. Through the crowd, I see your smile. Together we shine, no need for a while. This moment's ours, let's embrace. In this ride, we'll find our place. I'm Carney's ride, feeling the rhythm. Bass drops deep, the beat bounces high. Feel the vibe, let the music fly. In this ride, we're truly free. I'm spinning round under the neon lights, dancing wild through the night. See why my doorship raised with the hill lies water. Ocean beat, ground rock by Borgia. Getting out of your heads, getting little bit of waste off. Do good, man, nigga, get it a game call. Don't want drug with the world, get a gay car. A lot of cloud boys in your 4 city K car.
What's up, Motorbomb? Welcome back. All right, let's get to my news.
How do you know who the mayor will be? I don't know that. Do we know that?
He's going to be very fine, and who knows? We don't know who the mayor's going to be yet.
Real quick, okay. So I guess the question was about the New York mayor over there, New York City. Real quick, I got to make a quick little side note. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Helps out the show immensely, and it's free to do so. I know it's very laborious work, everybody, but it helps out the show. So, anyways.
This is a communist. He's not a socialist. He's a communist, and he said some really bad things about Jewish people, and he said some really bad things about a lot of people. And I think he's going through a little bit of a honeymoon right now, but he might make it. But, you know, it all comes through the White House. He needs the money through the White House. He needs a lot. He's going to behave. He'll behave. He better behave. Otherwise, he's going to have big problems. But it's a philosophy that this country is not ready for, and it never will be. By the way, we have a man with us who thought this was going to be a very glamorous, easy job. He's the ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, former governor, former everything. I'd say he's a former everything, and respected and loved by everybody. And he loves Israel. He loves the state of Israel, and nobody loves it much more. And he's
well, you got to give him that.
Not Jewish, and he loves Israel. And he wanted to be there. I said, you know, Mike, it could be dangerous. No. Well, at least I was right about that. He was in every bunker you could be in. He was running around from bunker to bunker, but he's still with us, fortunately, and he's done a great job. Would you say a few words, Mike?
Just want to say what an honor it is to serve you, Mr. President, and to see a historic horizon that we're looking at in the Middle East. And when the president made his trip to the Middle East, and then he really reached out to the new Syrian government, knowing they needed a partner and knowing that they could pick the wrong partner. And what the president did, which took us all off guard, but the strategic move in that has set up something that is absolutely historic. Mr. President, I don't even think you fully comprehend the impact that you're having on the region in a way that is so remarkable.
Oh, he knows exactly what kind of impact he's leaving right now in the Middle East.
And it was
stop the cap, homeboy.
Stop the cap.
He's just over there brown nosing.
Your leadership, your foresight, you did that when the B-2s went in. The celebration, the sense of partnership that you gave with the Israeli people was so dramatic. But the message was bigger than to Israel. It was a message to the world. America's friends can trust us.
What's up, Jack? Good to see you, man. Hopefully you're enjoying your Topless Taco Tuesday.
America's foes had better fear us. And that is a message that the president sent to everyone on the planet. And it is a message that will resonate toward a matter of peace, the likes of which I don't think we've ever seen. So
thank you. Great job you're doing, too. They love you over there. They really,
you too, bro.
They respect him and they love him. You know, it's very, very interesting. We had the pilots here yesterday, as you know, and they were incredible. And we also had the mechanics. We had a lot of people here that had to do, a lot of people, I think about 170 people that had to do with that incredible journey, a journey that could have been horrible. You remember what happened with Jimmy Carter with the helicopters and all of the problems and ultimately hostages. We had the exact opposite. Everything was perfect, worked perfectly. But I didn't realize, I was saying to one, this is something that you felt strongly about it. Absolutely, sir. I couldn't wait. I said, better than you, really better you than me. But they couldn't wait. He said, sir, we've been practicing for this mission for more than 20 years. From just after 2000.
What's up, Hardwire? Good to see you, my man. Hopefully you're enjoying your holiday, which we're calling every Tuesday holiday now. It's your topless Taco Tuesday. To me, it's a holiday, man. I love it. Every single week we got a holiday.
They've been thinking and practicing to go into that area. I guess you probably know that better than anybody, Pete. They've been looking at going in, but they never had a president that would allow them to do it. And perhaps right, perhaps wrong. I don't know if that's true or not, but I didn't realize they were preparing for that journey from just a little bit after 2000, the year 2000. And I was pretty amazed by that. They knew it. They knew every inch of it. And they came back and they said, we got it better than we ever did in practice. But they've been practicing for more than 20 years. Can you imagine? Yeah.
On Ukraine, Mr. President, are you planning to send more weapons to Ukraine?
We're going to send some more weapons. We have to. They have to be able to defend themselves.
Here we go. Here we go. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this part is regarding Ukraine. I'm going to bring that back so you guys can hear what is happening again.
In practice, but they've been practicing for more than 20 years. Some more weapons. We have to.
On Ukraine, Mr. President, are you planning to send more weapons to Ukraine?
Sending more weapons to Ukraine.
We're going to send some more weapons. We have to. They have to be able to defend themselves. They're getting hit very hard now. They're getting hit very hard. We're going to have to send more weapons. Your defensive weapons, primarily, but they're getting hit very, very hard. So many people are dying in that mess.
Man, what a way to just disregard that. I mean, he moved on quick.
All they have to do.
He knows that that's a very unpopular decision right there.
They always talk about how good it is. The biggest tax cuts ever. No tax on tips. No tax on Social Security. Think of it. No tax on overtime. From a business standpoint, the jobs are coming in like we've never seen them before. As soon as that was signed, there were 9 factories that announced that they were building the 1-year deductibility. Things that, from a business standpoint, you'd understand. The jobs that are being created, and one of the things that is, and this is also that, but it's also because of the tariffs. It's tremendous success. We're taking in hundreds of billions of dollars in tariffs. One of the things that is so exciting is the number of companies and car companies where they're building plants. AI is the big thing. We have over $15 trillion announced already.
What's
and
up,
it's been,
Sick Bastard?
really, I would say it's been.
Oh yeah, we
Back
care.
again.
So tonight you're doing
Go
the show
Fast. How you
at
doing?
6 p.m. Eastern, so that's 5 p.m. Central. All right, I'll be there. Hell yeah.
During the last 3 months, but we're here for a short period of time. And some administrations never had anywhere near that number for a whole term, probably for a whole 2 terms. But we're up to over $15 trillion coming into our country. There's never been anything like it anywhere in the world. There's never been an investment like that anywhere in the world. We look, I told the story and I just told it to Bibi backstage. I was talking to him and I said, the king of Saudi Arabia, smart guy. And also we went to Qatar and we went to UAE. Really 3 strong leaders, smart guys. They all told me the same thing. And then that was reiterated at NATO just recently when we got back, where they agreed to spend $1 trillion a year, by the way, which is about 3 times what they were spending. But they all said the same thing. We thought your country was dead. Horrible term, right? We thought the United States of America was dead. And now you're presiding over the hottest country anywhere in the world. We're the hottest country in the world. I think Bibi would admit it, even hotter than Israel, though Israel was pretty hot about a week ago, I can tell you, for the wrong reasons. But we are the hottest country in the world right now. And it happened faster than anybody thought possible. So we have over $15 trillion, and that means jobs, and that means building, and that means things like we've never seen before. So all we can do is keep working hard. There'll be always surprises. Some
What's up, Are We Not, man? Good morning.
the surprises are going to be bad surprises. Well, I would say that the best man to answer that is the Prime Minister. But I will tell you that in my view, I hope it's over. Yeah, I think Iran wants to meet. I think they want to make peace, and I'm all for it. Now, if that's not the case, we are ready, willing, and able. But I don't think we're going to have to meet. But I think Bibi would answer that question very well.
I think
Right on,
the
man.
partnership between Israel and the United States, the partnership between President Trump and me,
Can't wait to see the outcome after you're
it's an
done.
incredible victory. That's what it brought the greatest capabilities of the United States that are matched with the great capabilities of Israel and the army of Israel, pilots of Israel, soldiers of Israel, and the Mossad. And the combination of these 2 extraordinary capacities produced a decisive result. It set back the 2 tumors that were threatening the life of Israel, the nuclear tumor and the ballistic missile tumor, because they were planning to build 20,000 of these things and launch it on a country the size of New Jersey. And no country could withstand that.
Right. Well, I mean, 20,000 of those is a humongous threat to Israel. Absolutely. I mean, Iran does have a very complex, a very world-renowned fucking missile program, ballistic missiles, hypersonics.
So what do you do when you have 2 things that are going to kill you? You have to remove them. With our combined effort, we did. But when you remove a tumor, it doesn't mean that it can't come back. You have to constantly monitor the situation to make sure that there's no attempt to bring it back. So we've had a great achievement, and I think part of the effort of consolidating this and ensuring that we don't have to repeat this is to monitor this carefully. Of course, the president and I are talking about it, our teams are talking about it, but there's no question this is a historic victory. And I think, as was said here today, this has already changed the face of the Middle East. But I think that there's an opportunity here to create a historic expansion of the Abraham Accords, which were themselves an act of history that deserve a Nobel Prize for the president. But I think the opportunities are much bigger. And I hope, I'd like to believe that Iran would not test our fortitude because it would be a mistake. Better to go everywhere.
Do you believe a regime change is still necessary there?
I think it's up to the people of Iran.
So, Prime Minister, speaking about Syria, the Trump administration was fully supportive of changes in Syria back in the new regime there. Obviously, you're
Oh, yeah, man.
from a security standpoint. Are you comfortable with the pace of change of the security situation vis-a-vis Syria right now?
I think there's an opportunity to explore.
This is a good question.
I think that everyone understands that the situation has changed. Before
Regard Syria.
Man, I can't wait to
Iran
check
was
that
essentially
out.
running Syria, okay, directly through Hezbollah. Hezbollah has been brought to its knees. Iran is out of the picture. So I think this presents opportunities for stability, for security, and eventually for peace. And I think that's been opened up also by the fact that the president has opened up a channel. So they have something. There's a lot to lose by going back to conflict. And there's a lot to gain by moving towards peace. And I think that opportunity has been opened by the president and by the changed security situation, which we brought about with the collapse of the Assad regime.
All right, perfect. We'll go ahead and end that there. We got enough of that. Now we're going to go ahead and go into the Texas floods. Unfortunately, the death toll has risen. It's reached 104 in Texas as they continue to do search and rescue efforts. There's a lot of devastating images from the next couple of things that we're going to be going over here. It's brutal. There's a lot of craziness going on over there in Texas right now.
Live down from Box, everyone. I'm your host, Mike Page. We do want to continue to give you the latest updates on the tragedy out in Texas. Now we are learning from that flooding disaster that the total number of victims has now risen once again to 104 people here. We do want to go out to Box 26 out in Houston, giving the latest updates on this tragedy. Let's listen in.
Yeah, this is
I
terrible.
want to get you up to date on the very latest information that is
I hate
unfolding
this
with
shit.
this epic disaster. The death toll from the weekend flooding in central Texas has risen to 104 people now. Fatalities reported across 6 counties, most of the deaths happening in Kerr County. At least 10 girls from Camp Mystic, they are still missing at this hour. Officials say crews were able to rescue more than 850 people over the holiday weekend. This morning, a press conference took place in Kerrville, which has been considered ground zero for the emergency. That included city leaders, first responders, along with other officials. Senator Ted Cruz was there as well.
So, of course, we hear from the officials, but as you know, and as we've been reporting since Friday, it's the personal stories. It's the people who are down there, the volunteers, the families searching for loved ones. It's those stories that we continue to bring you as well.
It is. And as we enter day 4, we're on day 4 of the disaster, and you have parents who are going to go to bed again tonight, not even knowing the whereabouts of their child. And
there's no way you could possibly sleep in that moment. There's no way.
We've all been talking about this, just as every one of you have, watching us in the newsroom, in your circle of friends, at your place of employment, and everyone trying to put themselves in other people's shoes. And it's really just unimaginable for any parent to even think about what these folks are going through.
We have so many crews who are there in the area in Kerr County. Alex Boyer arrived today in Kerrville. Alex, I'm interested in talking with you because you've been covering the story over the weekend. I think it's one thing to cover it from where we're sitting, but it's another to be where everything is happening. So tell us what you've seen, what you've heard.
Yeah, you're right. And it's pretty incredible. We actually just got here to Kerrville, I would say within the past hour or so, and set up here along.
Why are you gay? You are gay.
A park that has been cordoned off, and in the distance there, you can see why. It's because that is where the banks of the Guadalupe River are. And you can see the water levels at this point. They've receded a lot, and you may be able to see, though, those tall trees that have just toppled over, ripped out of their roots, and really dragged onto their side. Who knows how far downstream as a result of those floodwaters that just really...
And that ain't shit either.
Heading these recreation areas and these camps. So they really love seeing all of the children and all of the camp counselors' stories.
Look at that shit. just insane.
Posted online and hearing all of those tragic stories with parents, as Casey mentioned, who are going to go to bed tonight not knowing where their loved one is, if their loved one is still alive. They tell me that they're really trying to volunteer their time. That's where they were out today, looking for areas where they could volunteer their time. They say that they haven't been able to do so because there has been so many people in this community who have been wanting to do the exact same thing. So they know for right now all they can do is take a pause, take a step back, and really just be available for when they're called and when they are needed.
Oh my God, look at the
Listening
house.
to that press conference today, I can tell you it really struck me that
No
U.S. Senator
way, yo. No way.
Same thing. So they know for right now all they can do is take a pause.
Look at it's up to the bridge now. And then
Take a step back and really just be available for when they're called and when they are needed. Listening to that press conference today, I can tell you it really struck me that U.S. Senator Ted Cruz actually got a little emotional today when he was.
Yo, isn't that fucking crazy, Grid? What's up, kind sir? Hopefully you're enjoying the Topless Taco Tuesday morning for yourself. Man, this is crazy. Absolutely insane. And yes, as Steve Easy said, he's like, you trying to get everyone a drink today or something like that? You go from angry news to extremely sad news. Jeez. Yeah, this is rough. This is hard to see for sure. But hopefully everyone's enjoying their morning as best they can. And listen, this is a bad time to ask for it, but listen, you guys don't necessarily have to like what's happening around the world, but you guys can like the video for me and my takes and for the channel. It helps out the channel a lot, and it's free.
Talking with reporters because of the fact that he revealed that just last week he was here in Kerrville picking up his own daughter from one of the many camps that line the Guadalupe River here, and he knows it could have easily been the same for him as it is for many of these parents today. I can tell you that Texans on a mission from North Texas, they're currently on their way down here in an effort to begin searching and rescuing folks in this area. They tell me, their spokesperson, that they really hope to have that operation ramped up on Thursday. They do have some preachers that are here, some pastors who are able to provide counsel to many of the folks in need.
Hey, Alex, question for you.
We got Frederick Frame up in the building as well. Good to see you. We're going to go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. Is that the bridge? What is this? Is that the same bridge? No fucking way. Now it's almost completely underwater.
And all of a sudden, we saw homes that were completely fine. Then we saw some cones and some barricades. And then we saw trees and devastation and cars moved.
Wow.
And I even saw what looks like a hospital bed on wheels that had been thrown across the roadway there. I don't know if it belonged to someone who was involved in home care or from a nearby urgent care facility, but it was clear there even that some of the rising floodwaters had just gone diagonally across that part of Marble Falls, making it impassable at one point. We were able to get through there, but there were some detours we had to encounter in order to get around that area. But that is what is pretty remarkable about Mother Nature, and also just seeing that today there's blue skies out, everything looks perfect, and then you come across devastation like that and you realize, wow, this just happened in this area, and so many people are impacted even as far away from what is considered ground zero in Marble Falls.
All right. Well, Fox 4's Alex Boyer and photojournalist Mark Gustafson, who's working with you.
Real quick, let me go ahead and skip ahead and see if there's any ordeal here.
Rain in less than 6 hours.
And we have all the updates regarding the Texas flood as well. So we don't need any of that because that was a couple hours ago.
Gulf. The remnants came ashore in Mexico, and then that tropical moisture was funneled northward into Texas. And we're talking.
I guess this is how this whole thing started and why it's happening. That's interesting. I do want to see that.
Here's the setup.
I am a geek.
Again, this has its roots in tropical moisture from Tropical Storm Barry, which was briefly over the far southern Gulf. The remnants came ashore in Mexico, and then that tropical moisture was funneled northward into Texas. And we're talking about moisture that was in the 99th percentile or even greater than what we typically see this time of the year. And then you have this weak moving disturbance coming along, providing lift, and that generated a well-organized complex of storms that dump rain hour after hour, July 3rd into July 4th, that led to the massive flooding. Fortunately, the situation at this hour is much better. A lot of the scattered showers.
What's up, Stephanie? Good to see you. All right, we're going to go ahead and skip ahead here. We don't need to hear that guy's analysis at all, actually. Nothing. All right, perfect. We'll go ahead and move on. So the next thing that we're going to be checking out is 5 hours ago, 5 Israeli soldiers killed in Gaza, 14 others injured. So we're going to go ahead and figure out what the hell is happening as of now. Let's go ahead and check this out.
Good morning, and thank you so much for waking up with us here on Live Now from Fox. It's Tuesday morning, July 8th. I'm Jeanne Francine here with you for the next few hours to give you all of your breaking news alerts, top stories, and of course, your live events of the day. As we come on the air, we are following some
only
breaking
2 minutes and 50 seconds. Quick.
It takes us out to the Middle East. Take a look. This is the very latest from Fox News foreign affairs correspondent Trey Yingst reporting breaking news overnight into this Tuesday. He says, quote, a significant incident tonight in Gaza, waiting to report details until we can confirm additional information. But we actually have those details to confirm with you.
So it's saying this is what it's saying down here. 5 Israeli soldiers killed in Gaza, 18 Palestinians dead in Israeli strikes.
On this Tuesday morning, I want to give you the latest look out southern Israel looking into Gaza. And on this Tuesday morning, you are able to see plumes of smoke there in the distance where Gaza is. The Associated Press reported 5 Israeli soldiers were killed in an attack in Gaza. The Israeli military confirming that information this Tuesday, while health officials in the Palestinian territory say 18 people were killed. The bloodshed comes as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is visiting the White House. We're told his visit is related to talks with U.S. President Donald Trump about a ceasefire plan to pause the Gaza fighting. Concerns this morning about if that ceasefire could be a reality with the conflict still ongoing. While there was no word of a breakthrough, the killings of the soldiers could add to the pressure on Netanyahu to strike a deal in Israel, where polls have shown widespread support for ending the war. And Israeli security...
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's in support of ending the war. If Hamas hands over all hostages, the war should be over. But we know that that's not what Netanyahu wants to do. He wants full and utter destruction of Hamas. He's made himself loud and clear about that.
Officials said explosive devices were detonated against the soldiers during an operation in northern Gaza, which was an early target of the war and an area where Israel had repeatedly fought regrouping militants. We're also learning militants opening fire on the forces who were evacuating the wounded soldiers. The official speaking on being anonymous because he wasn't authorized to discuss the incident with the media. The military saying 14 soldiers were wounded in the attack, 2 of them seriously. It brings the total of soldiers killed to 888 since the war against Hamas began back in 2023. The soldiers died roughly 2 weeks after Israel reported one of its deadliest days in months in Gaza, when 7 soldiers were killed after a Palestinian attacker attacked a bomb and attached it to their armored vehicle.
Wow.
So we continue to follow this.
Why would they even try to make a move on them at this point?
News this Tuesday.
I mean, just like, fuck, just give up, bro. They're not going to do that.
The Associated Press reporting 5 Israeli soldiers killed in Gaza. 18 Palestinians are dead in Israeli strikes. Again, you're taking a look at the latest video at the Israel-Gaza border on this Tuesday morning.
Yeah, it's been super hot over here as well, Steve. It's been fucking brutal over here. All right, so let's go ahead and see if there's any new images from this Texas flood that is here. I have 2, actually, yeah, 2 more ordeals, 3 more actually, maybe. Looks like we'll see. Regarding the Texas floods, so I want to make, if there's any different images or reports, I want to get those. This is only 5 minutes, so let's go ahead and get at it. We don't need to hear any analysis from any other people, but we will hear the breaking news.
44 here on the East Coast. Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. Take a look at your screen. This is the latest time-lapse video. As you can see, the floodwaters rolling in. Tragic news this morning as the Texas flood death toll has now surpassed 100. We don't want to waste any time. Let's go ahead and check in with Fox Weather's Robert Ray as he joins us live from Kerrville, Texas this morning. Robert, good morning to you. We can see how there's an overturned tree behind you. That just sets the tone for the devastation and destruction that locals are still dealing with.
Yeah, they are still in an active search and rescue. And indeed, this tree right on the banks of the Guadalupe River. Look, it's still dark here. So you can see a little bit occurred on July 4th in the middle of the night into the early mornings. Just an unbelievable situation. Unspeakable. 28 of those victims from Camp Mystic. And it is unbelievable because those are little girls and the families that are mourning the souls that were lost on July 4th.
So that's where the campers were, where the girls were camping. I guess this is the site.
The search and rescue is still very active. We see men and women up and down the Guadalupe River combing the debris.
Man, that totally fucking sucks. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. There's not too much more new from there. Let's go ahead and see if there's anything new on this one. And then we'll get into the cabinet meeting that's happening live.
That death toll now surpassing 100. So we are taking a live look here over in Kerrville, Texas, the camera and photographer down there on the scene continuing to pan to different shots. So I'm going to showcase them to you on this Tuesday morning as we're seeing the sun come up over there in the Lone Star State and getting a better picture at some of the damage that crews are still working to clean amid those search and rescue operations that are still underway. Heading back here to some more of the reporting from the Associated Press regarding the entire situation. And they say this.
And this is real quick, just to give you guys an update or transparency. This was 3 hours ago, so not that long ago.
Flash floods in Texas, killing more than 100 people over the 4th of July holiday weekend and left others still missing, including girls attending summer camp. The devastation along the Guadalupe River outside of San Antonio has drawn a massive search effort as officials face questions over their preparedness and the speed of their initial actions. Photographer here panning out just a little bit so we can get a clear.
You'll be able to come next year, Carney. Trust me, it's an annual thing now.
You and an overview of this area, but panning in at this moment, there on the backside. Kind of away from the camera, but hopefully the photographer does zoom in a little bit closer. It looks like they are. You're going to be seeing some of that debris and some of the vehicles that have been completely destroyed, abandoned after those flash floods came in so quickly in the early morning hours of Friday.
I'm like, oh, you're going to show me some trees? You know, like, oh, big deal. Now there's a whole bunch of fucking cars over there stacked.
That was July 4th. So yeah, you can see it here. So a lot of work that crews still have to get to clean up, and this recovery process expected to last a very long time. Heading back to a little bit more of what we saw over the last several days, and now we know that those floods grew to their worst.
All right, so we now know all of the updates going on over there. Now, unfortunately, what is crazy is I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to show you guys this. This was supposed to happen at 10 a.m. Okay. This is what, look, it says July 8th, 10 a.m. That's the 45 minutes ago. Started the show 45 minutes ago, and they're still not live. You got to love it. So, in the meantime, let me go ahead and make sure we are up to date with everything in the news, and we most likely are not. So, let's go ahead and look. Oh, there is. What? There's some interesting things that I haven't seen right here. Oh, wow. What the hell? This is new. So check this out. I had no idea that this was happening at all. And I'm good about, checking and seeing all this shit. But I guess there was a massive ice operation in LA that was streamed, and I guess I didn't see it. I'd like to see this. So anyways, this was, to be full transparency, 21 hours ago. So I do want to check this out and see what it looks like. Look at the people on the street.
What are you going to do, block them? You're going to run out in front of them and not let them go? I mean, what is the plan here?
I like that guy in the chopper. It's like, what's their fucking plan, idiots? All right, let me go ahead and.
All need things. There you go.
Wow, it's already gotten packed. What? I just barely skipped ahead. Oh wow. All right, we'll just skip ahead here.
You ran them off, guys. You ran them off.
Here goes protesters.
Good
This
work.
is all in LA, by the way. Just skipping ahead. Don't worry, we're not going to watch the whole thing because there's other new updates on the news. But I didn't see this, so I wanted to comb this really quick.
Get shot. It's a dude.
Are we going to see the actual operation, or are we just going to see a whole bunch of bozos?
His name is Keyshaw. Actually, I think he follows me. That's PD.
I don't care. This guy's singing. Oh my god, yo, no way.
Emotional damage.
He's having a good ass time up there. He might have smoked a little doobie, before he went up there. Shit.
Look how quickly everything went back to normal. Between the Karen Bass and
all right.
so
So we're not going to see any operation
Articulate-
here, huh?
Man.
Ain't that a bitch? So they just wanted to show off that there were some protesters. All right, whatever, dude. Who gives a shit? Who cares, right? I mean, I wanted to see an operation. All right, so let me go ahead and bring up what is going on here. There is a few updates here. Oh, shit. Wow, what the hell's this? Is an interesting ordeal here. Okay, so Marco Rubio, impersonator used AI in calls to senior officials. That's going to be super interesting. All right, let's go ahead. We got a couple interesting stories here. Hopefully we can catch the cabinet meeting live, but if we can't, it's not a big deal. 1 second. Sorry, you guys. I am behind, but it's okay. All right. Marco Rubio, here he goes. Let's see what's happening here.
Welcome in here to Live Now from Fox. If you are just joining us, we are following some breaking news as it does pertain to Secretary of State Marco Rubio. We're learning an imposter used an artificially generated voice to impersonate Rubio in contacts with 3 foreign ministers and 2 U.S. politicians. This is according to a cable seen by Reuters today. In mid-June, the person contacted the ministers, a U.S. governor, and a member of Congress via the Signal messaging app. Voicemails were left in 2 instances and a text message in a 3rd instance invited the targeted person to communicate on Signal. This is a quote directly from that cable. It says, the actor likely aimed to manipulate targeted individuals using AI-generated text and voice messages with the goal of gaining access to information or accounts. The State Department did not immediately respond to a request for comment. That State Department cable, which was dated on July 3rd, was sent to all diplomatic and consular posts and suggests that staff warn external partners about fake accounts.
What's up, brother So Loud over there in North Carolina, my man? Hopefully you're enjoying your Topless Taco Tuesday as well. And do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Helps out the show immensely. Appreciate that.
Impersonations. Here's another quote from it. It says, there is no direct cyber threat to the department from this campaign, but information shared with a third party could be exposed if targeted individuals are compromised. The cable referred to a second effort back in April that was attributed to a Russia-linked hacker who conducted a spear phishing campaign targeting think tanks, Eastern European activists, and former State Department officials. Some other information we do know about this, the perpetrator copied a fake @state.gov email address on the messages, as well as logos and branding used by the state's Bureau of Diplomatic Technology. Another quote from the cable says, the actor demonstrated extensive knowledge of the department's naming conventions and internal documentation. In that campaign, the person posed as a State Department official in messages sent to private Gmail accounts. The State Department said industry partners attributed that campaign to a cyber actor associated with the Russian Foreign Intelligence Service. So once again, we're going to continue to monitor social media.
Russian Foreign Service. That's interesting. All right. So let's I have another ordeal here. Texas death toll rises again, new siren warning system. So let me go ahead and bring this up here. 1 second. I'm pulling it up. This happened 10 minutes ago. 10 minutos ago.
Okay, thank y'all for being here again today. Larry Letha, Kirk County Sheriff. I'm going to kind of go over some brief notes with y'all real quick. Then I'm going to pass it on to the mayor.
To the mayor.
Hundreds of first responders remain along the Guadalupe River in Kirk County working to reunite families. The large search and rescue effort, including local, state, federal, and volunteer agencies, continue. As of 8 a.m. Central Time, 87 deceased have been recovered in Kirk County, including 56 adults and 30 children. Identification is pending for 19 adults and 7 children, with 1 additional person still unidentified. At present,
Good point, Gary. That's funny. But good morning to you, kind sir. Hopefully you're enjoying the morning so far.
5 Camp Mystic campers and 1 counselor still remain unaccounted for. We ask private boats to stay off the Guadalupe River to allow search and rescue teams to operate without any
Brother Lee, my man. Good morning. Good morning.
Interference. This is a tragic time for us. We're so grateful and thankful for all the resources that have been provided to us to do this job. And I can assure you we will not stop until this mission is complete. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to City Mayor.
Comes the mayor.
Thank you for being here. I'm Joe Herring Jr. I'm mayor of the city of Kerrville.
Man, that voice. How did you get elected with a voice like that? Shit. Say it with your chest, homie. Oh, shit. Damn.
Hold.
If you go inside the Emergency Operations Center, you don't see silos. You see one team. I want to talk briefly about in-kind donations. The outpouring.
All right, as you see there, listening into this press conference that's currently underway there in
Good save on the woman there, the reporter. Thank God.
Texas. We do have yet another shot. I want to bring that one to you here on Live Now.
On the city's Facebook page.
Oh.
We are grateful. We need a new system to handle the generosity of the world. Financial donations can still go to communityfoundation.net. That's the community foundation of the Texas Hill Country.
Brother Slim.
Again,
good morning.
We are grateful for the generosity of the world. Over and over, I've asked you to pray. It occurred to me that I haven't asked you for what to pray specifically. Please pray for those who mourn, for those who wait, and for those who help. Now I'd like to call on Lieutenant Colonel Ben Baker.
Gee.
Morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Ben Baker, Lieutenant Colonel for Texas Game Wardens. I'd like to start out by thanking the mayor, sheriff, chief.
I hate when they sit there and thank everybody up there. I hate that shit.
We as Texas are strong, and together we face adversity. Your Texas Game Wardens responded in the early mornings of Friday to this tragic event, along with many other local and state partners. Since the early mornings of Friday, your Texas Gamers have had over 300 game wardens in the area, serving the people of the state of Texas and the citizens of Kerr County. Among that, we've searched 26 river miles since the tragic event has started. We've had approximately 444 rescues, 30 recoveries. Some of our resources and assets we have dedicated to this tragic event include 2 helicopters with hoist teams, 12 drone teams, 10 K-9 units, 9 swiftwater boat crews, 15 airboats, 16 UTVs, and 169 four-wheel drive vehicles.
Nice.
Your Texas Game Wardens will remain here and serving the community. We just ask you to continue to pray for the victims, for the families, for your first responders, for everyone involved. We'll open it up now.
Man, real quick, I got to give you guys a humongous win right now. We got Steve Posey calling it out, saying there's 28 in the chat and 40 likes. That is W for everyone in here, man. Breakfast Club is W, man. You guys deserve that shit.
Questions? Anybody has any?
Can you talk about how challenging it is for you guys in the mud, the big tree? It's been like it's rain.
No, thank you for that question. Extremely challenging. You know, we've got, of course, your Texas Game Wardens out there, your local, your state partners, Texas Task Force 1. We've got the National Forest Service out there. We've got A&M Forest Service. We've got numerous responders with specialized capabilities where we've got these large pile of debris. And with our K-9s and you know, when we're trying to make these recoveries, these large piles can be very obstructive. And to get deep into these piles is very hazardous. And those specialized teams have to go in there layer by layer because our first responders.
Oh, that shit is crazy whack.
Also, the safety of them is concerned. So it's extremely treacherous, time consuming. It's dirty work. It's the water's still there. So we're having to go late.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, it's pouring in like a motherfucker right now. Let me see. Does he speak the whole time? No, he does not. I want to see who this guy is.
Can you repeat that again, please?
Sure, absolutely. I would like to know if you could outline, please.
Oh, real quick. Look what's going on right this second. Live this moment.
I hugged him and I said, "Do you work here?" And he said, "No, my little girl."
This is breaking live right this
He
moment.
said, "And I just found her best friend about an hour and a half ago. She had passed away." And he just fell apart. And so then we just hugged and talked for probably an hour about that. But then there was another, the grandpa was there looking for his granddaughter as well. There was a dad there of one of the counselors. The counselor was alive, but she was dealing
What's
with
this
the
chick
fact
rambling
that she
about?
had hung on to some of these girls and was trying to keep them out of the floodwaters.
Oh,
and
okay,
had
Texas.
gotten hit
First,
by
I'm like, what
something
is
and
she
had
going on
lost
about?
2 of the girls and wasn't able to hang them and was going to live the rest of her life thinking about that moment when she wasn't able to hang on to these girls. But these parents were picking up their kids'
At
belongings
the
out
campers.
of the mud and throughout the camp and putting them in bags. And then one of the dads said, I knew 50 of these girls here. So I knew that was her
True.
dress. It's
Fred.
my daughter's
Ghost
friend's
Eagle.
dress.
Good
So
morning, by the
he
way.
was picking it up and putting it in a bag to return to her parents. And so it was and then the director was there comforting everybody who had lost his father the night before too. And he was still there trying to facilitate all of these parents grieving their children and find them. So the strength of people is incredible. One of the things that I asked there today, that day, was that they all have escorts or counselors when parents come in. So from that point, that when they came into the camp, that they have somebody with them when they're
What's up,
going
Dragon
and
Classy?
looking
Good morning.
for their children's belongings or looking for their children. And so very emotional, but also just so tragic.
The relationship with Texas and the governor has been obviously very good for years with me, but the relationship with Texas and their first responders and us with our first responders and lots of other people, and we brought in a lot of helicopters from all over. And we had a lot of helicopters. It was actually dangerous, a lot of helicopters up there, but they were real pros and they were responsible for pulling out a lot of people. And we got them there fast. And Texas had some good ones too. But the response has been incredible, and the fact that we got along so well, I don't know. I don't even think that's a political thing, but we got along so well, and
that's good. Shouldn't
so
be
unified. I think a lot of lives have been saved. That could have been as bad as it was, and you could have lost double or triple. This thing was just really horrible. Well, congratulations on a great job, and appreciate. I know you're going down. I'll be going down on Friday with First Lady would be taking a trip, and we don't want to get in anyone's way because that's what happens. The president goes and
right.
Everyone's around focused on. I don't want anyone to focus on us, but it's possible they could have somebody saved still. There's a lot of areas. It's a big area,
man,
and probably unlikely at this point. But
yeah,
there could be. They're thinking,
which is sad.
Possibility, but what a tragic situation.
Yeah, it is tragic.
Good job, and we'll see you on Friday.
Fucking
and
terrible.
We'll finish out the day here. I think you've been reading a lot about.
How can they possibly make that a white thing,
when you talk
Steve?
about financial after this?
How?
Big country, and we've been doing very well. The tariffs, as you know, are starting to come in at record levels. Tremendous amounts of money are coming in to our country. We never did that before. We're not used to it. We only have tariffs going out. We only adhere to the rules of other nations who charge us tremendous tariffs because we were led by stupid people or people without any business sense. And I'd like to ask God, you could maybe talk a little bit about how well we're doing with regard to the money coming in. And the big money will start coming in on August 1st. I think it was made clear today by the letters that were sent out yesterday and today. Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. We will take in about $100 billion in tariff income thus far this year, and that's with the tariff,
cabinet,
the major tariff not having started till the second quarter. So we could expect that could be well over $300 billion by the end of the year. We don't agree with CBO scoring, but for those who do, the CBO scored tariff income over the next 10 years at 2.8 trillion, which we think is probably low.
I wonder if Netanyahu is still sitting there.
Under your leadership, we're witnessing.
And they gave us no credit during this last little, the great, big, beautiful bill. I always use the word great. I add that to it because it really is what it is. It's never been anything like it, actually. And I want to thank all the Republicans that voted for it. And I want to
they did run that down party lines.
They're voting for tax cuts. They're voting for no tax on tips, no tax on social security, no tax on overtime.
That's great for Americans.
Many
that
other
part.
things far more important than that. Great health care. And frankly, every Democrat should lose their election because it was purely political vote. They were told not to vote for it. So think of it. We got 218-2. And then with the Senate,
yes,
we
sir,
had
you did
50-3. Democrats total not one positive vote with all of the good things in there. Economic development money, tremendous border money. Now you're loaded up on the border. And I don't think we're going to need so much of it because we had zero come in last month. So I'm not sure how much of it we want to spend. You may think about that. You may actually think about saving a lot of money because the wall's been largely built and it obviously worked. But you may want to think about that. But so I think it's incredible when I watch the Democrats and they have standard lines like they had Russia, Russia, Russia. They had the laptop from hell all came from Russia. You know, they make things up and they go with it and they feed it to you people in many cases.
To you people.
And I
right.
hear the new line is death. Oh, it's death. Everyone's going to die. It's nothing to do with that. In fact, we're saving our country. Death is from allowing 25 million people into our country, of which 3 or 4 are stone cold, hard criminals. 11,888 are murderers, many of them committing more than one murder. That's death. And the Democrats did that. Joe Biden did that by
That's brutal.
allowing people to come in here, just totally unchecked, unvetted, open borders, open borders. The whole world was dumped into our country from prisons, from gangs, from mental institutions. We had many people walking the streets, walking in areas that we don't know anything about that came out of insane asylums. They released their insane asylum, the insane population into our country. And it's amazing the job that you and Tom Homan
Oh
are
yeah,
doing,
extra
by the way, on
surprise.
that.
Appreciate that, man.
But
Thank
we
you.
have to get them out, and we have no choice. We have to get them out, and we are getting them out. And so, Pete, you want to tell them about our great military and how well we did with respect to the bombers and the B-2? We had the pilots here 2 days ago, and they were incredible people. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Truly a historic mission.
You good out there,
that
Papa
demonstrated
Penguin?
the skill and
Appreciate
courage
you
of the
always.
United States military. From those B-2 pilots and families that we had a chance to meet, sir, to the fighter pilots, to the refuelers, to the maintainers, to the air defenders who defended the base. What was demonstrated on the world stage was American military might and capability. And it wasn't just Fordo and Esfahan and Natanz that took notice in Iran. It was the rest of the world, that we have a decisive commander-in-chief willing to use these capabilities, which are the best in the world. As the president pointed out, no one else could have done what America did there on that night. And everyone took notice of that.
Yeah, we've heard that part. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I unfortunately do have an appointment that I have to get going to, but stick around for the raid because we're going to be sending you guys off to CARNY'S ride. And if there's anything that is updated from this live that is very important, I'll obviously speak about that tomorrow morning. But ladies and gentlemen, I unfortunately do have to run. But with that being said, I can't thank each and every single one of you guys enough for making these very shows happen. It's because of you guys that I'm able to do this. So I'm very appreciative. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys stay safe out there. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning for more of the World's Madness. Much love, honor, respect to everybody, and God bless.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in his soul, with a heart, steel, and a spirit.
Town where the stars start to shine. The young man stands with the sunset's goodbye. He whispers to the wind about days gone by. Lost in time yet hopeful, he feels alive. Carney Vanguard, his heart beats slow as the sun sets low. Dreams of tomorrow, but fears he may fall. Carney Vanguard, whispers of a sunset in the quiet night. Hopeful and lost in dismal towns light, wishing for a better day. Those shadows might bind dreams of a future where he won't be frightened. Carney Vanguard, through the fields where the wildflowers grow, he finds a path that seems to know. Each step he takes with a heart so whole, toward the sunrise where the darkness is old. Carney Vanguard, his spirit lifts as the sun sits low. Dreams of tomorrow, but fears it may fall. Carney Vanguard, whispers of the sunset in the quiet night, hopeful and lost in this small town's light, wishing for a better day. Those storms may ignite dreams of a future where he stands so right.
What up, Carney Riders? Appreciate the raid, Mike. Again, this bud's for you. All right. Sister Zip, what's up? Go Seagull, how you doing? SNS. Frank. Yes. Hit that like button. Like and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, hit me on that Cash App, $, Carney Vanguard, capital C, capital V. A lot of stuff going on. I don't know if some of you caught what I was watching yesterday afternoon. That was crazy, the whole thing. All I have to say is fuck Biden. That's pretty much what I gotta say about that. Are we not men? How are you doing, man? Steve Posey, what's going on? Stevens, how you doing? Oh, man. I had my gummies. Hell yeah. Oh, you know what? I don't have any gummies. Damn. I don't know why they make these bags so hard to open. There we go. Salted caramel. See, extra surprise. You got to hear the song right when you came in. Yeah. Between you and Frank. Eat the weed. Save the lungs. Eat the weed. Smoke the weed. Drink the weed. Rub the weed. Mm-hmm. It's so true, sick. Thank you, Zip. Yes, man. It was a crazy night last night. I mean, not a bad night out and about, but certain areas cops have been really heavy. Okay, so let's go back over here. Have one of your songs played random shit. Random shit. Lots of Mustangs. Damn. Oh. As long as they're not chocolate. That's when you have to worry. So play. Let's see. So just like what, play it in the background? Like just put it like that? What do you think? Is that what you're talking about? With dinosaur eating it. That's funny. There you go, Mike. Hey, don't miss your appointment, brother. Let's see. Where are we at now? We're climbing from what I've seen. Look at that. We just 310. Guys. Where am I at watch hours?
I'm charged up, wired, full of energy. Unleashing the beast, setting my soul free. Can't contain this power, it's overflowing. Watch me ignite the world, leaving no shadow. I'm CARNY'S ride. Okay, riders, that's it, that's all. I hope that you had a ball. Until next time, CARNY'S ride is now over.
Hello. Hello. Good. And you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I am reaching out because we're offering new state regulated insurance plans designed to provide cash benefits to families during difficult times. So can you please tell me how old you are?
5012.
That's great. You are qualified. My supervisor is on the line to help you compare the plans. Just give me a second, okay? Hold on, just a moment, please.
Hello?
Yeah, thank you for holding the line. This is Elijah. I'm a final expense product specialist with Senior Care. I'll be very happy to assist you with final expense quote. How are you doing today?
Dude, I could barely hear you. Everybody's yelling in the background, man.
What happened?
There's people in the background behind you. I could barely hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now? Is it better?
Yeah, Verizon. How is it going?
It's going good. What about you, sir? How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's a good day.
Perfect. Good to hear that. First of all, sir, basically we are an independent insurance brokerage company that is appointed with 40 different insurance companies that are licensed in all 50 states, helping about 5,000 families a year for their whole life insurance.
Cool.
Can I say, how old are you right now?
Hey, can I put you on hold real quick?
Let me know, Mr. Brad.
CARNY'S ride, yeah, I'm back on my grind, feeling the fire. Energy levels rising, heart full of desire. I'm a force of nature, unstoppable might. Igniting the stage, burning through the night. I spit flames, lyrically fierce and bold. My flow's like a hurricane, leaving you cold. On the storm that's coming, the thunder that roars, shaking the ground, opening doors. I'm CARNY'S ride. I'm charged up, wide, full of energy. Unleashing the peace, setting my soul free. Can't contain this power, it's overflowing. Watch me ignite the world, leaving no shadow. First two on CARNY'S ride. I'm the spark that ignites the flame that consumes. No rhymes or weapons, leaving no room for excuses. I'm a walking contradiction, dark and light. Force of chaos, a beacon of night. I'm the energy, the pulse of the beat, the rhythm that drives, the force that completes. I'm the fire that
What are you doing, by the way?
is real, the energy that fuels, the heart that heals. I'm CARNY'S ride. I'm charged up, wide, full of energy. Unleashing the beast, setting my soul free. Can't contain this power, it's overflowing. Watch me ignite the world, leaving no shadow. The people, the sound that you seek, I'm the energy, the vibe, the feeling you crave, the music that moves, the spirit that saves. I'm CARNY'S ride. I'm charged up, wired, full of energy. Unleashing the beast, setting my soul free. Can't contain this power, it's overflowing. Watch me ignite the world, leaving no shadow. I'm CARNY'S ride. Okay, riders, that's it, that's all. I hope that you Till next time. Carney's ride is now over.
All right, how's it going, man? Sorry about that.
I'm still here, sir. Yes.
Yeah, can I help you?
I was saying that, sir.
First of all, basically, we are an independent insurance brokerage company that is appointed with 40 different insurance companies that are licensed in all 50 states, helping about 5,000 families a year for their whole life insurance. Can I ask you how young are you? What is your age?
Wait, hold on real quick.
Vanguard in a small town where the stars start to shine. The young man stands with the sunset's goodbye. He whispers to the wind about days gone by. Lost in time yet hopeful, he feels alive. Carney Vanguard, his heart beats slow.
No recall or anything.
Dreams of tomorrow, but fears he may fall.
Sir, are you looking for some free now? What are you think?
Whispers of the sunset in the quiet night. Hopeful and lost in this small town's life. Wishing for a better day, those shadows might bind. Dreams of a future where he won't be frightened. Carney Vanguard, through the fields where the wildflowers grow, he finds a path that seems to know. Each step he takes with a heart so bold, toward the sunrise where the darkness is old. Carney Vanguard, his spirit lifts as the sun sits low. Dreams of tomorrow, but fears he may fall.
Wow, you actually lasted a while. That was good.
Whispers of the sunset in the quiet night. Hopeful and lost in this small town's light. Wishing for a better day, those storms may ignite. Dreams of a future where he'd stand so right.
Let's check out a little bit. Oh, yeah. You know, I like sitting there and have them sit on hold for a while. Then it doesn't, then, you know, keeps them from calling somebody else right then and there. Takes them off that short amount of time. Man, fucking spammers. You know, I should have told them to hit up the channel and like and subscribe. That's what I need to do next time. You're very much welcome. That's a 2-4. I don't know if you caught the spam. Yeah, next spammer, maybe I should, if I could get them to, maybe I could get them to like and subscribe, huh? Oh, God. Now this is making my day now. I'm like dead tired. Oh man. I came home from work. Ah. You know what? What was it? Okay. Oh, sweet. Chart. Damn, just hit over 2,000. So I got another 1,000 to go. Watch hours. Let's see. When can I get super chats, super stickers, memberships? Another 190 subs. This one's showing 2,001 watch hours. Just barely hit over. Thank you guys. I much appreciate it. Yeah, right before you jumped in, yeah, I had a spammer. I should have told him he was live too. This is a real recorded line. Heck, like a million years old. I like how, when it asked me how old I was, and I was like 5012, and it accepted it. Roasted on a rooftop. Not easy. I don't give a fuck. Cabinet meeting. I like watching stuff on bikes. So I should turn all my volumes down because I need some sleep. Oh, no. It says spam. See, I don't hit the ones that say spam. I hit the ones that take the time to clone a number. No bikini here today. Oh, rain and thunder by your way? Sheesh. So yeah, we've been getting some rain out this way too, but it's been getting hot too. And then we had another severe weather, hotter and drier. He said. Yeah, when I posted it on Mike's show earlier, it was like 82 degrees at that time. Hey Siri, what's the temperature outside? I went up a couple degrees. Thank you. Oh, this is so this ride right here is Old Mac. This is his channel that he's got a lot of good riding videos. Check out Motorbomb. I'm in New Mexico. I'm actually in Albuquerque, the heart of Albuquerque. Old Mac, you're watching. Give you some like here.
Wishing for a better day, those shadows might bind dreams of a future where he won't be flying.
Yeah. has a lot of good scenery. I've got some good scenery when I go out to Tennessee. So sometimes there's some areas out here. Doctor's trying to 6 20. Mac is a walking legend. There it is. And he's still on too, doing what he does, enjoying life. Naturalo. Makes sense, and that's for getting everybody. Hey guys, don't forget to hit that like. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. And usually around this time, I sit here and make something, but I kind of cheated this morning. I went and picked up some breakfast burritos. But there's no cooking with Carney this morning. But I think after I go fill up and wash the cage later on, before I start my day, I might end up stopping and getting some Taco Tuesday. Man, this taco is not even helping right now. I'm so tired, it's like dragging. Oh, but it's all good. All good in the hood. Yeah, for me right now, I'm kind of waiting on Friday morning when I get done. And then once I get home, I'm going to switch out my tennies to my boots, throw the cut on, grab my lid, and hit the road. First thing in the morning. But that's so far away. It's only Tuesday. Ooh, Tenderloin. Oh, Tenderloin. I think I would go with that on a Thursday. That actually sounds good now too. Damn, I must have got the munchies again. Yeah, big shout out to Mike Ball too, man. Like I said, I wish I could have made it, man. That would have been awesome. So, yes, if you know you guys, you want to help the cause and help me in my journeys, you know where to hit. I'm munching pecans. Oh shoot! You want to go there? Hold on, hold on. I got cashews. Yeah, I got off of work, came home. Watched my wife head out for work. Jumped on the coffee break show with Motobomb, Sick, Mac, Bob, and then he said, "It's this." Yeah, I pulled a 12-hour last night. I was driving. We're nutty. That's nuts. Let's see. So, and what's cool is once I get to that certain point too, I forgot how many subs and everything, but be able to like shoot all you guys to a different channel. when I end. I mean, that'd be awesome. So I started watching Black Dragon, and then of course, my show started. So maybe I should get back to that. Oh, that justifies the beer. Hell yeah. Hey, you clean. You wash an RV, you deserve a beer. Or a couple beers. Or a few. Or maybe a pack. Case. Keg. Could have said barrel too. Don't forget, I'll be live again. The coffee break. 30-minute coffee break. Which is never 30 minutes. Which background?
Lost in time yet hopeful, he feels
until be sunrise. That's good. I like pinto beans. I like red beans. Red beans and rice with cornbread. Huh. Got a brew and a fatty. In the house, sitting here chatting. Hell yeah. That's life right there. Onions and garlic. Me, I'm all about the garlic. Don't care for onions. Wacky Wednesday, or Whack Wednesday, right there. Here's the link. 9:30 Eastern, 7:30 my time, which is Mountain time. Oh yeah, so loud. Much love, honor, and respect to you too. Hickory smoked. Oh yeah. Some ground beef, huh? Microwave it. Dude, that makes me want to sit there. I wish I had one of them little George Foreman grills, single patty. Always a great time chilling with you guys, man. If your beans are too dry, just keep adding water. Let them fluff up. At 30. Now you're on the East Coast. Yeah, not a problem, Frank. You have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. If you're talking about now, yeah, it's 11 o'clock here. Yeah, that's the best way. I mean, pressure cooker is always a good way for beans. I mean, you can do it in a crock pot, but pressure cooker is a lot better. But um, like I said, you have to add more water. I mean, that's how I've always done them. To stay soft and yeah, because you want that bean juice. And how many cups are you doing too? That's the other thing. As far as pressure cooker, I'd probably put like half of it with water and do two two cups, maybe a cup and a half. It depends on how much you're feeding too. How is it 10:30 where you're at? That's what I'm trying to figure out because if it's 7:30 here and it's 7 or 9:30 Eastern. Alright. Yeah, I think I need to smoke another one. I'm lost. Jalapeno or ghost peppers? Well, depends on how spicy you want it. Jalapenos may or may not get a kick out of it. Um, Ghost peppers will always have a kick. Oh, you're doing a whole bag? Oh, I fill up the. I mean, not fill it up, but leave like so much from the top, and then check on it. Because once the water starts evaporating too, you'll want to replace that water. Hey, Dragon Classy. was doing.
See me in that court, bitch, I bought no court, yeah.
Eric Dual Sport.
Derek here. Today's video is going to be much different than what I normally make. Today is going to be a little bit of a moto vlog about what's going on in my life.
1950s. Some of it.
I was like,
Use the Mongols, so everybody understands this. They seriously. Oh shit, we don't shake hands. Defuse the Mongols, so everybody understands this. They lit the fuse. The federal government, state government, county government, and municipalities. It's game on now. It's game on because there's going to be a treasure trove of evidence that's going to lead to more and more indictments and arrests, and put all the motorcycle gangs on notice. If you come here and you show your ass, we're going to show ours.
This morning, search and rescue teams continue to search the banks of the Guadalupe River, hoping to find flood survivors. Right now, 84 people are now confirmed dead in Kerr County. That breaks down to 56 adults and 28 children. Among those who have died, 22 adults and 10 children have not been identified.
The death toll from the flooding in Texas has now topped 100, with more than 20 people still missing. The Texas Military Department says it's rescued more than 500 people during the disaster. But this morning, there are new questions about the severe weather alert system. Here's ABC's Christian Cordero.
In the Texas Hill Country this morning, response teams, both official and volunteer, are combing through mud and dense forests, searching for answers.
It's one of the most devastating.
Hey, y'all ready? Okay, thank y'all for being here again today. Larry Letha, Kerr County Sheriff. I'm going to kind of go over some brief notes with y'all real quick, then I'm going to pass it on to the mayor.
Of him one time, he told somebody, "Shut up while I'm talking." Okay. He was talking to some farmers.
Yeah, you have a good one. Thanks for stopping in.
Listen here, all the people, pay attention. Everyone.
Welcome to Tazewell, Virginia. First day for me and Katie. There's Blue Back Door and her 3 wheels. And there's Katie Bug. Good morning. I think we're the only 4 here so far. We're gonna ride down to Hardy's, have breakfast, and we're gonna go ride some Kirby Road. So y'all don't go nowhere. And we'll be back. All right, everybody. Well, we got Katie's bike wouldn't crank a while ago. I don't know what the heck's wrong with it. Oh. And we're off. That's the second time that bike, it had no power. First time we was on our way back from Panama City and it did it. And I just kind of gave it the fun's touch. Funsy, you know, happy days. I think it's gonna be the ground cable. I told him for some reason the bike was to cut off to try to pull over somewhere.
Yes, it is.
The right thing for us to do would be go back to the motel and get the battery out, make sure everything's good and tight. But I know what to do if it happens again. Dawn said he had some tools. I don't have a 10 millimeter. It takes a 10 millimeter to pull that battery out. But anyway, we're off and riding. I think we're gonna go hit the back of the Dragon, so y'all hang in there and we'll be right back. All right, we're in the big town of Tazewell, guys. If you blink your eye, you will miss it. That is for sure.
Always gotta have a 10 mil.
I think we're going up here and hit the back of the Dragon. So y'all hold on. Hey everybody. We're on 16, the back of the Dragon. Got Katie Bug up in front of me. Yeah, man. Like I said, we had a little issue with her bike. It had absolutely no power on it. That's the second time it has done that. So we get back to the motel today. We're going to, I want to pull the battery out because I can't see the ground cable. Can you catch up with them? scared to twist that throttle. But one thing in Katie's defense, she don't have the hour seat time as everybody else has got. Big old pretty mountain over yonder, y'all. Y'all. Whee! Said Piggy. Ain't that pretty out through yonder? Pretty country here in Virginia. It is, it is.
Beautiful.
I want y'all to look yonder. There you go. Now that's a beautiful scenery, guys.
It is.
Boom. Look out through you. Boom. Yeah. Look at that. How would y'all like to try to walk up that mountain? Not me.
No, thank you. Try to take a bike up it, but I ain't gonna try and walk it.
ho, ho, ho. Oh, man, what a curve. I know I ain't talking y'all because I'm trying to concentrate on the road, guys. I apologize for it. Just sit there and enjoy the music for a little bit.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you have a good day.
Hell yeah. Excuse me. Robert.
In a small town where the stars start to shine, the young man stands with the sunset's goodbye. He whispers to the wind about days gone by. Lost in time yet hopeful, he feels alive. Carney Vanguard, his heart beats slow as the sun sets low. Dreams of tomorrow, but fears he may fall. Carney Vanguard, whispers of the sunset in the quiet night. Hopeful and lost in this small town's light. Wishing for a better day, those shadows might bind. Dreams of a future where he won't be frightened. Carney Vanguard, through the fields where the wildflowers grow, he finds a path that seems to know.
Patriot here, just doing my duty. I
Toward the sunrise where the darkness is old. Carney Vanguard, his spirit lifts as the sun sets low. Dreams of tomorrow, but fears he may fall. Carney Vanguard, whispers of the sunset in the quiet night. Hopeful and lost in this small town's light. Wishing for a better day, those storms may ignite. Dreams of a future where he'd stand so right. In a small town where the stars start to shine, the young man stands with the sunsets goodbye. He whispers to the wind.
Hey, no problem. 2-4. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, you got kind of straight. Videos I've watched and hearing from different brothers that have written it. You have to pay attention to the roadway. And your speed.
Wishing for a better day, those storms may ignite dreams of a future where he'd stand so right. In a small town where the stars start to shine, the young man stands with the sunsets goodbye. He whispers to the wind about days gone by. Lost in time yet hopeful, he feels alive. Carney Vanguard, his heart beats slow as the sun sets low. Chains of tomorrow, but fears they fall. Carney Vanguard, whispers of the sunset in the quiet night. Hopeful and lost in this small town's life. Wishing for a better day, those shadows might bind. Dreams of a future where he won't be frightened. Carney Vanguard, through the fields where the wildflowers grow, he finds a path that seems to know. Each step he takes with a heart so bold, toward the sunrise where the darkness is.
Oh, you know he is. Because, you know, if we were out there, we'd be having the time of our life, too. Just hit the like and share buttons. Help the channel grow. Cheers for Carney. Oh, yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Oh, and to all my haters.
Do, but you watch everything I'm doing. This is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan. This is a message to
all the haters.
First to a CARNY'S ride, yeah, I'm back on my grind, feeling the fire. Energy levels rising, heart full of desire. I'm a force of nature, unstoppable might. Igniting the stage, burning through the night. I spit flames, lyrically fierce and bold. My flow's like a hurricane, leaving you cold. I'm the storm that's coming, the thunder, the roar, shaking the ground, opening doors. I'm CARNY'S ride. I'm charged up, wide, full of energy. Unleashing the peace, setting my soul free. Can't contain this power, it's overflowing. Watch me ignite the world, leaving no shadow. First to on CARNY'S ride, I'm the spark that ignites the flame that consumes. My rhymes are weapons, leaving no room for excuses. I'm a walking contradiction, dark and light. A force of chaos, a beacon of night. I'm the energy, the pulse of the beat, the rhythm that drives, the force that completes. I'm the fire that burns, the passion that's real, the energy that fuels, the heart that heals. I'm CARNY'S ride. I'm charged up, wide, full of energy. Unleashing the beast, setting my soul free. Can't contain this power, it's overflowing. Watch me ignite the world, leaving no I'm the life of the party, the soul of the street, the voice of the people, the sound that you seek. I'm the energy, the vibe, the feeling you crave, the music that moves, the spirit that saves. I'm CARNY'S ride. I'm charged up, wired, full of energy. Unleashing the beast, setting my soul free. Can't contain this power, it's overflowing. Watch me ignite the world, leaving no shadow. I'm CARNY'S ride. Okay, riders, that's it, that's all. I hope that you had a ball. Until next time, CARNY'S ride is now over.
No, we still got 10 people in. I appreciate it, you guys. Oh, man. We haven't even hit 2.5 hours. Wow. Feels like it. Oh, because I was doing another show. Oh, now let's see. Maybe I should get some sleep finally. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, and to all the carny riders out there, I hate to do this, but that's it. That's all. I hope you had a ball. Please hit that like, subscribe, and share. Let help the channel grow. And until next time.
Small town where the stars start to shine. The young man stands with the sunset's goodbye. He whispers to the wind about days gone by. Lost in time yet hopeful, he feels alive. Carny Vanguard, his heart beats slow as the sun sets low. Dreams of tomorrow, but fears he may fall. Carny Vanguard, whispers of the sunset in the quiet night. Hopeful and lost in this small town's life. Wishing for a better day, those shadows might bind. Dreams of a future where he won't be frightened. Carny Vanguard, through the fields where the wildflowers grow, he finds a path that seems to know. Each step he takes with a heart so old, toward the sunrise where the darkness is old. Carny Vanguard, his spirit lifts as the sun sets low. Dreams of tomorrow, but fears he may fall. Carny Vanguard, whispers of the sunset in the quiet night. Hopeful and lost in this small town's light. Wishing for a better day, those storms may ignite. Dreams of a future where he stands so right.